All right, guys, welcome to the shop. Hope y'all are having a good time this Sunday, morning or evening, or depending on where you're at. So in today's video, I've got this oak piece, which was cut down on Friday. Hopefully it's a Burl. If you can see, there's a bit of swirling in the grain. I've got Scott and Daniel Dubois as earworms. I'll go ahead and put you guys in the background. That's not the background. So if one of you guys want to read off who's here, that would be great.
Who have we got? So I'll read it off the participants list because it's easier than scrolling through the chat. We have Benjamin, Chris Spinning Wood Dodger, Circular Wood by Keith, Colin Izzard, Di Prout, Douglas Mungham, Gerard French Turner, Adam, I Love Woodturning, Lawrence, Maker238, Paul Kavanagh, Rex B, Richard Spinningwood, Rob CP, Robert Dolman, Tommy's Workshop, Daniel, William Ellis, Wood Wizardry by Colin, and Wouldn't It Be Nice? Brent Beecroft. If I've missed anyone, I'll come back to the chat. Hopefully I'll pick you all up there.
Looks like Ruby just joined as well.
Ruby Claire. Cool.
Yep.
Share this out there, guys. Don't forget, Hodge is 8 away from 500. Let's get him up there. Let's make it a good Sunday. It's nice when you hit big targets on your channel.
All right, guys. Thank you all for joining. I got the lathe up to about 850. I'm going to take my 5/8 bull gouge and start roughing out the outside shape.
Leona's in. Says, hello, Hodge Banana.
Hello, Leona. Go ahead and move up the tool rest. Looks pretty interesting so far.
And we got Barry's Woods Creations in. Hello, Barry.
Robert.
Yeah.
You are now at 499. You are 1 away from 500.
Awesome, guys.
Come on,
Thank you.
guys. Let's make this happen.
And Karen Browning and Richard Phelan have both joined. Welcome, welcome.
One thing you got to do with oak is because it's got such a high tannin content, I waxed my bed lathes, the bed bars yesterday, because if you leave it on there, it'll turn it black. And occasionally while turning, you want to blow off all the dust and shavings.
Chris Spinningwood Dodger, Richard Spinningwood, Tommy's Workshop.
And Hodge, you are officially at 501 subscribers. Congrats, brother.
Well done,
Awesome,
mate.
guys. So I'm planning a giveaway at 500 subs. I'm not sure what I'll be giving away yet. Depending on how this turns out, I might give this away. I think it'll be open worldwide for shipping. So I guess the thinner I make this, the cheaper it'll be for me to ship it. So
I plan to do one at 500, and then the last couple of weeks, my channel's just gone nuts. So I'm like, I'm well past that now. So it'll be 750. I'm going to do a giveaway, but that'll be loads of products, maybe a bit of my work.
That's awesome, Scott.
Steve Twidell's in. Afternoon, Steve.
Yeah, my last video was for my 250 subscribers right at the end of December. I was at 235, and now I'm at like 323.
Yeah. Steve SK's just joined.
I'm going to go ahead and turn up the speed. I'm at 1100 RPMs now.
Just had a really fun live over at Steve at SK Crafts. That was a lot of fun, Steve, so thank you. And Florida Bearded Woodworker has joined us. His channel's jumped up for 76. Congratulations, my friend.
Nice.
He's newer to the wood turning community, so hop over to his channel and check him out and give him some support. He's always open for feedback.
I'm going to go ahead and start defining a tenon.
And there is a link to his channel.
There's still some bark down here at the tenon, so I'm going to have to make it a little shorter.
Are you planning on leaving any of the bark on?
I guess it depends on what it looks like. Kind of like this little void here. So I'll probably turn it down. There's some really interesting grain here, so I kind of want to leave some of this. Let me switch to the overhead camera and see if you guys can see it.
Mike Hughes just joined.
Right here, there's a bunch of swirly stuff going on. Same here. So I'll probably leave some of the bark. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah, that inclusion is definitely interesting.
Oh, look at that. That looks really pretty, that bit of wood there.
But first, like I said, I got to get a suitable tenon at the bottom here.
Yeah.
So
Ian from IDR Woodturning's just joined.
Welcome, Ian.
Got 50 people watching, 22 thumbs. Mash away, people. Let's show Hodge some support now that he's hit 500 subs. Steve at SK Crafts, Double D, and Scott with Blue Light Turner are the earworms today.
So Rob CP is saying, question please, does anyone know how to take a screenshot of your Windows laptop screen? Control and print screen.
Brian at Heartwood Turning has joined. Hi, Brian. Harry's looking quite comfortable today.
Yeah, he's just sitting there having a good time, trying not to freeze his nuts off.
What's the temp in your workshop now?
Well, last time I checked, I don't have a thermometer, so I was just asking Alexa. Yeah. But it was 2 degrees last time I checked. I'm going to take my 3-point tool here and just define the tenon and get a dovetail on it.
Looks like Paul Smith has joined.
And I'll check to make sure the tenon's the right size.
Hodge, Florida Bearded Woodworker, just asked where Harry's helmet was.
His helmet's sitting over on a shelf. He only wears it during his battle videos. So you'll see one on the end of this month. He'll be having his helmet on.
Looks like Todd from Duca Heritage has joined. Welcome, Todd.
Welcome, Todd. Glad to see you got your shop up and functioning now. I'll switch to my smaller bowl gouge to get rid of some of this waste wood near the tailstock.
And Barry's Wood Turning has joined. Welcome, Barry.
And then I'll finish out the outside profile.
Richard Phelan's in.
Welcome, Richard.
James Cassidy has joined. Sorry, Scott.
No, that's all right. The chat's flying by. It's like
It is. Be glad you're not trying to watch, Hodge.
Yeah. So it looks like there might be a bit of a void here, but we'll just see how it goes. Obviously, with this wood being about as wet as it can get, I won't be able to do any sanding today.
Hodge Hugh had a good idea for your 500 giveaway. He said, "How about giving away your lathe? Shipping shouldn't be too much."
Yeah, I don't know about that. I don't know if Harry's got the magic to conjure up another one.
You could always ship off your old one.
Yeah. I think I'm probably going to sell it just so I can get some floor space.
Yeah, Rex B's asking, do you have a schedule anywhere where you do your live demos so we can put it up on his calendar?
I don't necessarily have a routine live demo. I might actually start doing one Sundays around this time, maybe a little later, so Steve doesn't have to rush. But I've got a constant premiere at 12 noon Central or 6 p.m. GMT.
Do you want me to share the link for the schedules that we know of, mate?
Yeah, sure, go for it.
Again, if anyone's not on this is one that people have come up with. If you want adding to it, then let us know and we will pop you on there.
All right, at this point, I'm pretty happy with the outside shape besides a few little bumps that I feel. So I'll shear cut those away, hopefully, and then I'll reverse it.
Rob CP, you're trying to print are you trying to print off a copy, like print off a screenshot, or just save it somewhere? If you're trying to print it, you want to hit Control Print Screen, and then you can open up like a Microsoft Word document and paste in there, and then print that off.
There's also an app, or not an app, but if you search on the Windows command line for snip, that's a tool that I often use to capture certain parts of the screen. All right, so I'll go ahead and reverse this. I think I need to slow down a little, otherwise I'll be done pretty soon.
You've been watching Wayne too much.
Yeah, my laughter. Well, hopefully the screws don't break off like my first live, but I don't think it will since it's so wet.
That's right, Hugh. You're welcome. I say anyone that wants adding onto that list, give me a shout and I will get you added.
Yes, Scott. We might add me. I have my premieres right after Hodges at 12:30 Central Time.
Yeah, if you want to ping me a link over, mate, just ping me a message.
Yeah, I'll throw it through Instagram.
And then I'll do it. Otherwise, I'll forget. I pulled out a scroll saw pattern the other day, and there was a note on the bottom that said, add Charles Deering to the list. I went, oop, forgot about that.
So I'm just using my dovetail jaws on my Supernova 2 chuck. Another problem with this wet oak is your jaws, if you're not quick, will end up rusting. Here's what happened on one of my previous bowls. You got the whole bottom here that got wet.
So Wood Dude's just joined. Ruben's saying he might do a live around 7 this evening, but he's not sure yet as it's really cold in the workshop.
I'm gonna bring up the tailstock and then readjust because it doesn't seem to be completely true at the moment.
James, it's the list of when various makers from around the world have got shows that we know of, so people can join on there.
John N has joined.
Welcome, John.
Florida Bearded Woodworker asked if paste wax would help slow rust on the lathe for wet wood.
That's what I've used. I used Johnson paste wax to put on my bedways. I guess you could put it on your chuck jaws too if you're concerned about it.
I use spray PTFE.
I've got this stuff here, which I've thought about using. I use it on my table saw, but I've never used it on my lathe. I don't know how it works with if it attracts dust or not.
Is that like a silicone grease or?
I'm not sure what it's made out of. Waterproof lubricant. Contains petroleum distillates.
Richard RJK wants to know if you could spray the chuck with PTFE spray. I would think so, but
Yeah. I spray all my bare metal in the workshop, and I will spray with that. Especially if I know I'm going to be on shift for a few days. Yeah, if I'm going to be on shift for a few days, I'll just spray everything because I know I'm not going to be in here.
Four Kings Owls is on.
I noticed earlier when I was attaching the face plate that one of the screws seemed to go in pretty easily, so there's actually, you can see, there's a rotted spot here, so hopefully that's not too big.
Fork Nails is in.
Welcome, FKO.
Duke of Heritage indicates that silicone mold release also works well.
Where did you get the spray from? Hang on. So our club stocked it, but I'm sure you should be able to get it anywhere. Let me have a look, see if you can get it on Amazon or something like that, and then I'll share a link.
Something in here seems pretty hard. I don't know what that is. Looks kind of rotted or moldy. Or maybe it's a spider web, I can't tell.
Doug Miller at Woodspun Round has joined.
Welcome, Doug. Yeah, this tool just got dull on that tip. About to have to remove the tailstock because I can't get to the rest of it. I'm going to switch to another bowl gouge and see what I can do.
Tommy wants to know when your coring system's coming in.
It's supposed to arrive tomorrow, I believe, Tommy. I've got two other oak burls that are about 15 to 16 inches in diameter, which is basically the reason I bought that coring system. I'll practice on some other pieces first before doing the burls, though. I think it might just be one big bark inclusion that's making my tools dull. Try to get most of it out with this one.
Yeah, I agree with Adam. The WD-40 brand of PTFE takes forever to dry. This stuff that I use.
I've heard that the WD-40 tends to attract dust from a few people I've talked to.
So WD-40 is the brand, but they make like a penetrating oil, the PTFE. They make different products.
Okay.
It's all branded as WD-40.
Wood Dude says he just got himself a woodcut bowl saver, and it's a great investment. I would agree. I'm hoping to get one of those at some time myself.
All right, the center just broke off, so I guess I'll be moving the tailstock back now. And yeah, the whole center of this thing is basically bark, it looks like. Let me know if this light helps you guys or not. Is that better or worse?
No, that looks good.
And the shadow's a little weird.
So there's a link for some some PTFE spray on Amazon. You can get it cheaper on eBay, but for some reason I couldn't get a link to share off eBay. It was like too long. But just type in spray PTFE and it'll bring it up.
Before I go any further, I guess I want to just check and see where there's this bark inclusion on. If I make it too thin, that'll end up being a hole. So I think maybe I'll only go about maybe a 3/16 of an inch. We'll see.
Leona said she'd love a core, but doesn't think she'd get enough big logs to be able to make much use of it. So is trying to find one on a timeshare. If you're interested, Hodge, she'll probably do a timeshare with you.
Tommy's got one. I think he's closer to you.
Yeah, he literally just said that.
Terry's just joined. Hi, Terry.
Welcome, Terry.
Douglas just asked questions. Scott, is the GT85 any good?
I've not used that one, but I've got another similar brand. It's by Tectane. I find the cheaper brands dry quicker. But I was just looking at the GT85 on eBay, and you can get like 3 big cans for just over a tenner.
All right, I got pretty even wall thickness at this point. The wood's looking pretty crazy. Pretty happy with it so far.
Temple Boy says that it looks like the blank has a brain you're cutting out, Hodge.
Yeah.
Turned into a brain surgeon.
All Hannibal Lecter.
Oh, Adam's saying Mike Walt uses the GT85.
Hey, Hugh, do you have any updates on your January clock challenge? How many people are participating now at the last count? I know it was a pretty significant number.
Going to switch to my Thompson gouge and try to get a nice finishing cut.
Looks like it's warped a little bit already, doesn't it?
A little bit.
Could be a really interesting bowl once it's done.
63. That's great, Hugh. 25 videos are already out. Mine should be out next weekend. I know that. I think Hodge is working on his.
Yeah, I'm planning on mine on the second to last week in January. Right now, it's still drying since I'll be using resin with it.
Adam said he's going to drop on the fire challenge. He sold his lathe, and it'll be the end of the month before he gets his new one. And that's fine, Adam. The main thing is we're just trying to get interest across multiple channels and platforms just to show the creativity. So hop in and out as you can if you need to, but definitely participate as much as possible and just showcase work. It's great.
Move my tool rest in a little bit and clean off the shavings.
Ian at IDR Woodturning is asking on editing apps to use. Are you talking for videos or for photography? What are you talking about, Ian?
Kind of wish I didn't offer this as a giveaway prize now, seeing how the grain looks.
That's the joys of starting regular videos. You're like, I'm going to do this as a giveaway. And then you see it, you're like, nope, I'm going to start over with my video. Okay, Ian at IDR Woodturnings, for videos, I personally use Vegas Pro 14. I know a lot of people use just Windows video editor. And then Brad over at Brad's Workbench has a short video last week about one he uses just on his phone, because the only thing he uses for his is his phone. So, Scott, what do you use?
I use Shotcut because Windows Video Editor isn't available anymore. So anything after, I think it's XP, you can't get Windows Video Editor on.
Di, on the YouTube cross-channel challenge, you can absolutely join in at any point if you want to. That's perfectly fine. And it doesn't even have to be videos, because we're wanting to do it Instagram, Facebook, whatever, as long as we're using the YouTube. So if you want to join in, just let me know, because I will put your information in my videos as a description. I do share that with the original 12 of us who are doing who are identifying the monthly challenges. So the main thing is we want you to subscribe to all the channels that are in the challenge, just so you can see what everybody else does. But that way you're also up to date with what the upcoming challenge is. So if you want, just shoot me a message and I'll get you added to the list. And then you can participate as you can. Just please use that hashtag YTCCC2021 to tag your pictures and videos so we can track them all.
Benjamin's just saying that the Windows Video Editor is still available, which is brilliant. I'm going to go and have a look for that a bit later on, because I could use that really easy, and then someone said, oh no, you can't get it anymore.
Todd at Duke of Heritage uses DaVinci Resolve 16 to 3 version.
DaVinci Resolve.
I use the Adobe Premiere, but not the subscription. There's like a cheaper package deal where you get the preliminary versions of Adobe Premiere, Photoshop, and stuff like that for, I think it was $80 on Black Friday.
Wood Wizardry by Colin just asked, question, how easy is it to use, Scott? Just downloaded the free version, opened it up, and scratched my head.
Once you get used to using it, it's fairly easy. There's lots of videos on YouTube on how to use it. If you're having mega troubles, then Rich the Beard 16 is a whiz with it. I sat and did a FaceTime with him for about half an hour, and he went, do this, do this, do this, and it was like, whoa. Just totally changed my experience on using it.
Terry over at TJ Turning wants to know if you're going to join the funnel club, Hodge.
I've never turned a funnel before.
Well,
so I don't think so.
We can do it live.
Yeah, probably one of these days. I think I have a good 1/4 of an inch plus the tenon, so should be good. I'm only trying to get this little bit left here, maybe 2 millimeters of a nub off the bottom center.
And Wood Dude said that open shot video is easy to use and free. Ruben said really easy and free. So Dai's running an old version of Premiere Pro.
A little bit to clean up. We're only in on 30 minutes now. Still a bit I need to clean off.
Hodge, do you mind if I put a link out to Brad's workbench for his editing videos on his phone video?
Yeah, go for it. Just doing a little light shear scraping where I felt a few bumps.
So that's a link to Brad's workbench. He is also participating in the YouTube cross channel challenge for 2021 under his Brad's Woodturning channel, which used to be rated R Woodturning. But this is his workbench channel where he does his his abrasive paste and finishing paste. Sorry, not axe. He would probably punch me if he heard that. But he does a lot of tool reviews and things as well. So check that out. But if you want to be able to do it just off an iPhone, that's an app he uses and what he does for his videos. So,
all right. I guess at this point, I'll reverse it and mount it between a sacrificial or a.
Yeah, Temple would turn into saying movie Megits is pretty simple to use, click and drop, and also has tons of video tutorials on YouTube.
Leona hates editing too much to even bother with videos anymore. Yeah. It can get a bit of a grind at times.
Yeah, this has a really interesting grain pattern here at the bottom.
That is cool.
That's really pretty.
So the way I usually take off the tenons is just with a not a jam chuck, just a friction chuck. This is a piece of oak, which is from another free tree. It's got some spalting, but I turn this to mount, I think, my ash bowl that I did on my first live. And then I usually use, a lot of people use non-stick padding. However, I tend to like this really thick foam that you get from packing sometimes, and I'll just put that on there and then put the bowl and then put pressure with the tailstock.
And Axe wood paste is on. Hi, Axe.
Hey, Tom and Ann, how you doing?
SK Crafts uses Flimora Wondershare 9, or is it Filmora? At any rate.
Ruben says we need a community of video editors that love it as a hobby.
No, absolutely.
I still got the hole from my live center earlier, so I'm just going to realign that. And it should run fairly true. It doesn't have to be perfect since I'm just turning off the tenon.
Hodge, just so you know, there's several people that are really admiring your wood right now. So
thank you.
I'm gonna use my son to start doing my editing because he's all tech savvy and loves it. So it's like, do you know what? I'll do the wood turning. You can do the editing.
There's a group online, a website by called Lucid Woodturners, and it's free to join. There's a lot of videos, like there's like a monthly Zoom meeting, but a lot of people like Cindy Drozda and a lot of the people from that were part of the woodworking virtual worldwide event, they use that. And there's a guy named Alan, he's the organizer of it, and he's like, I guess, a tech genius about lives, and so there's a lot of information on there.
Well, Di did 3 consecutive 20-hour days for an editing deadline for MTV, so I'm thinking Di has a little experience.
Yeah.
Just in those 3 days, probably more experience than I have done ever. So, and looks like you're up to 505 subs. That's awesome, Hodge.
Awesome. When I turn off the tenons, I always like to go in the direction where I'm pressing against the headstock, just to be a little extra safe.
Just as a reminder to everybody, Hodge has his premiere in 3 hours at 12 Central Time today, and then my new premiere will be right after that at 12:30 Central Time over on my channel. And Scott, do you want to put that list out there again for people to see what lives and stuff are, just since it's so far back in the chat? And if you do lives or standard premieres, hit up Scott over through Instagram or Facebook if you're on Facebook with him. Give him your info and he'll add you to the list. You're not going to do a 3-hour live sanding demo today, Hodge?
No, I don't think so. I'm trying to drag it out for another 20 minutes, but I don't think it'll happen.
Hodge is mad because he's giving this one away now, so he's not going to sand it. Whoever gets it has to sand it and finish it.
I'll have to wait a while until this dries, and I'll have to allow me to hand sand it, I guess. And if it cracks or anything, I might do something interesting with some, like, I've seen people do copper wire stitches before.
Yeah, the dude from Bude, Mark the Gentleman Woodturner's in.
Welcome, Mark.
Says sorry he's late.
Getting a little nervous on how thin the bottom is, but I think I've gotten it to where it's concave. Yeah.
You'll be all right, though, because your name's Robert and not Steve.
So the question is, Hodge, since you've turned off your tenon, how would you put it back on the lathe later if you need to? Just like a glue block, or what would you typically do in that instance if you wanted to sand it, finish it, return it, etc.?
Well, I'm not planning on returning it just because it's so thin. So what I'll end up doing sanding-wise is I might mount it similar to this to do the outside, but use like a little wooden, like they have the rubber Chuckies, but I don't have any of those because I guess he's not selling them at the moment. But eventually I'll buy some. But I might turn a little wooden bit to hold it in place to do the outside. Otherwise, I'll probably just do it by hand, or handheld, but using a powered sander.
Dave Arthur really wants you to show him the beaver. You got it covered by your.
Yeah.
You got it. Yep.
Hey, how you doing?
I've got if I'm going to return something like Rob's doing, then I've got a rubber doorstop that I put over the point, and that just sits on the bottom. But it's got to be a rubber one.
Okay.
So I'm going
Richard,
to turn the speed down to around 500 just in case.
Richard RJK asked question: does Harry usually sit on your lathe, and does he prefer unbalanced wood?
Yeah, he's usually hanging out on the headstock now that the Powermatic's got such a big one.
Your lathe has a big head, huh?
He pretty much likes any wood.
Florida Bearded Woodworker is off. See you this afternoon, sir. Graham Butler Woodturner is joined. Welcome, Graham.
Welcome, Graham. All right, I think that's as deep as I'm going to go. I don't know if I've never done the trick Mark does where he just takes off this little nub while the lathe is running, so I don't really want to try it the first time on a live. But with this wood being so wet, it should come off should be pretty easy to cut off with a chisel.
Temple Boy Turning said he needs Harry's measurements. He's got a lady that's ready to knit a banana suit for him.
All right, I'll get you that.
Leona reminds everybody on the thumbs up. Thank you, Leona. We definitely want to keep those thumbs coming up.
I'll add just a little decorative groove on the bottom with my point tool, just for fun. Actually, the bottom of this, if you can see, has a little bit of red wood. So I'm trying to figure out where I want to sign it. So that way I don't put a line where I want to sign it.
Steve Combs just popped in. Welcome, Steve.
Nice.
Actually, the grain is so wild down there, I don't even think I want to put a groove. So
that's just beautiful wood.
I'll give you guys a close-up because this is pretty crazy on the bottom. Let me switch to my overhead cam. Where's my mouse? There we go. So if you guys can see,
Oh, look at that.
Wow.
let's try to change the focus.
Yeah, that's
There
a
you go.
nice
Look at
grain.
that.
That's wild.
That's all. That's kind of like some of the artists. Man, I can't think of his stinking name right now. Did the nighttime?
Oh, is that Da Vinci? I don't know.
I don't remember now. I start talking.
there's
My
some-
brain quits when I saw that.
There's some random, but the bottom's the wildest one right there.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I need to find myself some tree surgeons and get some bells.
And then the inside's got similar stuff, but with the
Van
black.
Gogh. Thank you, Ruben. Yes, Van Gogh. Wow, that is awesome.
So hopefully, as it dries, it'll be all right. I actually have way more bottom thickness than I thought, but definitely don't want to cut all this away. But yeah, I can just probably, break off the little nub, most of it, and I can just carve off the rest of that there.
Temple Boys is saying, well, stunning, Hodge. Nice Mother Nature collaboration.
I'm happy with it, and this was all free.
Douglas Mungham said it looks like a face.
Where's
That
the
is
face?
that is awesome.
Let's see if I can find this face.
Axe said it's going to be awesome when it's done.
Yeah,
Yes,
thank
it
you.
will.
And Leona's saying, I can't wait to win it.
Yeah, the giveaway might be a little longer since I gotta wait for it to dry, make sure it doesn't crack, things like that. So we shall
You're gonna-
see.
Put it in a bag with some dry shavings.
Yeah, I'll do that probably just to slow it down.
Paul Smith said it looks like coral. Call it the Coral Bowl.
Yeah. Again, let's give you another.
Wow, that
close-up.
is just beautiful.
Now I can't wait to turn. Let me show you guys the big burl that I got from the same tree, and hopefully that will result in similar looking stuff. Is it this one?
Hugh said that it will dry on the plane on the way to his house.
Or mine. I'm sure I could make a space in the maker's cabinet for it somewhere. Or
Well,
extend it.
I'm just telling you, if I win it, then it could dry in the back of my truck as I drive up through that warmer weather.
Right.
So
Alright.
Temple Boy says to sit Harry inside with his shaving snack. He'll dry it out.
So
That is massive.
Look at that.
let me.
And you got that for nothing.
Camera. Yeah. This is actually, so usually what I ended up doing is I put a post on a local online community, like within our neighborhood.
Yeah.
And I posted a link of one of the bowls that I turned that ended up being sold to one of the ladies. And I asked, basically, I was like, I turn wood as a hobby. I would love if you guys have free wood to let me know and I'll come pick it up rather than it going to like a landfill. And, I'll turn something beautiful out of it or whatever. And the turnout was kind of crazy. I got like multiple offers, but everybody was giving away oak. And usually I'm like, I don't really want oak. But twice I got these Burls, this one here, and another one similar in size. So this is one of the reasons why I decided to buy a coring system. And I hope I can make some nice nested bowls out of it.
That's going to be awesome.
This one I don't think I've cut deep enough to show the Burl figure. The other one that I have, you can see it from where I cut it with the chainsaw.
Steve's saying that blank's going to make an awesome pen.
Lewis at the Klondike Craftsman is here. Hello, Lewis.
Hello, Lewis.
Richard says, yeah, last week you got 6 lime wood burrs, all over 30 kilograms.
Very cool. Here's another piece that was cut near where that burl came from, so it's got some more of that figure in it.
Wow.
So I'm excited to get the coring system tomorrow and then probably practice on, I think I'll probably do this Chinese tallow blank that I have first. And I also have a walnut bowl blank that I got from the lady who sold me the lathe that I'll probably try to core. But that's about it for today. I mean, went by pretty quick.
Harry's tired.
Yeah. But I want to thank all you guys for subscribing that subscribed today. And well, like I said, I guess this will be my giveaway bowl since I already committed to it.
Yep, you're at 505 now, officially.
Pretty cool.
So congrats.
That's definitely the coolest figure on the bottom of a bowl I've ever seen. I'll go back to the other video since the computer webcam isn't that great. I'll have to take a photo of this and use it as my thumbnail.
And Leona said dinner's calling, so catch y'all later. Bye, Leona.
All right,
see you
guys.
later, Leona.
And don't forget, hopefully we'll see everybody at noon for Hodge's premiere, noon Central Time.
I'll give you guys a break of watching me so I can go have dinner.
I'm on cooking dinner today.
I love Woodturning. Adam says, turn a platter, make it a cover for cheese board.
I was actually, before turning this bowl, my other thought on a giveaway was, which maybe I'll say for $7.50. This is I bought from Worldwide Burls on Instagram. Forget what the wood was, but a burl of some kind. So I was going to turn a platter or two from that. It's about 1.5 inches thick, and it's dry, so that should be nice.
Nice. Di's got to go to work. Later, Di.
See you later, Di.
See you later, Di.
Hodge, are you alright if I share the link to my page where I'm having a sale at the moment of all my bits?
Yeah, go for it. Feel free.
Because I'm now the sole breadwinner in the house, I'm having a New Year's sale. So I've reduced loads of stuff. There's loads of pens going to be going on there later. And to make some more space in the workshop.
Always need that.
I've got a separate shed for my turnings. That's 10 foot by 8 foot, and I can't get in there now.
Wow.
It's like, there's been no craft fairs, is there, because of Corona and stuff.
Right.
And I normally demo at a museum, so that's normally quite a good place for me to sell stuff.
Could have showed you guys this earlier. rather than moving the Burl over, but here's a lot of the wood that I got back in the background from that oak tree. So there's about 1, 2, 3, 5, 6 14 to 15 inch bowl blanks.
Midnight Joker's joined. Welcome.
Welcome, Mike.
Graham's got a shoot off. See that, Graham?
Wood Dude had to leave too.
Mike, just since you're late, I'll show you what you missed. I guess you can watch it later. Where's the focus?
Right there.
Yeah. So it's pretty wild green.
Ben asked if you cut it up yourself.
Yeah, I did. I got a Stihl 311 chainsaw a few months ago that I bought from a fellow wood turner in my local wood turning club for a pretty good deal.
Di says that he's got a garage full of blanks and a broom full of turnings.
Yeah, I'm starting to
definitely
accumulate.
need the shows to start.
I'm definitely starting to accumulate a bunch of.
And it's also meeting people, meeting up with people, isn't it? Like shows starting, Maker Central, all the big shows over here where we can all get together.
And Terry asked what timber it was. I think it's oak, but Hodge, you might confirm.
Yeah, the lady said it was live oak. I'm not really sure what the difference is between like live oak, red oak, blackjack oak is another thing that somebody told me once.
I turned some, my first snowman and Christmas tree I turned out of bur oak.
All right, Tom and Ann, see you later. Thanks for joining. All right, guys.
Terry.
Well, I guess
Cool.
It's time for me to press the bloody button. Harry says bye.
Awesome, everybody. Hopefully see you this afternoon at the at our premieres too. So,
And like I said, with this bowl being wet and I have to sand it and everything and just finish it up, I suppose I could do the drawing in next week, but you know, I probably won't be shipping it out for another, I don't know, 3 or 4 weeks maybe. I don't know. We'll see. So I might wait until I do the drawing just in case it breaks or something. Or
yeah, that's probably what I would do, just because that way you can decide how you want to fix it or whatever and go from there. But
yeah.
So Old Faithful, I have used Etsy, but in the UK, this new company, Made Me UK, is a lot cheaper than Etsy. You don't pay half as much commission or listings, or I think I got it for 25 quid for the year, and that's all you pay.
Daniel or Steve, could one of y'all put in the links to my premiere? Adam's saying he's not seeing it. I don't know what.
Yep, I've got it coming up right here. I was just getting ready to jump in and do that. So here is, that one is Hodge's premiere. And then I'll put a link also to my premiere, which will be immediately after that. Just a reminder, my 250 sub giveaway time frame ends in 3 hours. So if you want in on the drawing, make sure you get over and watch my video and comment appropriately. This is the, go ahead.
Are you doing the giveaway drawing today at some point, or?
Yeah, so the time frame ends today at 12:30 Central Time on the drawing. So that second link I put out is my premiere, which will be, like I said, 12:30. So basically right after that video, I will do a random generator, pick the person, and then I'll put out a short video announcing that winner for my 250 sub giveaway for the Red Cedar Pedestal Bowl. Yeah, if I could speak.
Very cool.
Pedestal Bowl. So, but yeah, so there are links to Hodge's premiere and then my premiere, which will be basically right after that. And there you go.
Sounds good.
And congrats again, Hodge. That's awesome, hitting 500.
Yeah, thank all of you guys. And thanks, Brian, for the comment. All right, guys. I will call it a quits now and hit the bloody button.
All right. Later, everybody.
Thank you all
See you
for
later.
joining.